Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Stamping A to Z. I'm Linda Gibbs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and this is my weekly live. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to video in landscape and not portrait. I got around that little glitch that Facebook has going on. So hopefully it's recording. Hopefully it's actually working, but it looks like I was able to get it started this way, which is awesome. So today I have a coloring hack for you. It is not my own idea. It is brilliant. I wish I would have come up with it on my own because I've been sitting here seeing all these beautiful stencils, and I don't know if you've seen our new sunflower stencil that layers. In my head, it's like, oh, why doesn't Stampin' Up! Have more of these? But you can actually create your own stencils and do this coloring hack with almost any stamp set that you have. Any coloring stamp set, obviously. You're not going to do it for, well, you could do it for one that has two-step stamping. It's whatever floats your boat. So I'm kind of, hopefully it's not too upsetting. I'm doing Christmas cards today. It's only the beginning of October and I'm so sad. We had such beautiful leaves outside and the wind is blowing today and all the leaves are blowing away. So I'm afraid the trees are going to be bare real quick. It happens every year. We get like this one big windy day and then all the leaves are gone. So anyways, I was hoping it would last till this weekend, till Thanksgiving, but I don't know. That said, I'm going to turn you around. It's October. I did print it out. We have a couple specials on for October that I'm going to show you, and then we will get started on this awesome coloring hack. All right, let's see if we can get you turned around here. Oops, got my thing turned from last week when I had to do it the other way. All right, look at that. We are in business here. Let me just make sure that it's actually live. It'd be funny if I talked to myself for half an hour and was not live. Reminder, if you're watching, please say hello. Let me know you're watching, where you're watching from. I love to hear from you. I do try to check the comments. They don't always pop up on their own, but I do check as I go along. So if you have any questions, anything, please let me know. October host code is here. I almost forgot to change it, beginning of the month. Okay, so special this month. It is, for those of you that don't know, it is a Stampin' Up's 35th year. And as part of their celebration for October, starting today, I believe, if it's the 3rd today, I didn't check. I believe it's today. We have our 35 or 35 starter kit. So if you have a wish list that is over $135, or at this point, $88, I think, I strongly suggest that you look at the starter kit. You can go into my store and you go into join my team, and you can choose 2 different options for this month. So normally our starter kit is $135 and you choose $165 worth of product. If you live in Alberta, there's no tax and no shipping because we only have GST. If you live in other provinces, there is the other tax, but no shipping as well. So it's still quite a bit cheaper. So for this month, you can either get 35% off the cost of the starter kit. So that brings it down to the $87.75. And you still get to choose $165 worth of product, or you can go to the 35% more product. So you're still paying $135, but then you're getting $222.75 worth of product. So it's a really good deal either way. So if you have a larger wish list, close to $100, under $100, like over $80 really, this is a good option for you. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, that just started today and it is for the month of October. I wanted to remind you as well, Card Making Day is October 7th. It is a free event that Stampin' Up! Is putting on. You can sign up again through my page there. If you go under events, the only signing up just means that they'll send you emails with the information ahead of time. So things like which stamp sets they're using, they will send you the layouts, the layouts of the cards, so you can pre-cut your cardstock and stuff. If you are wanting to partake and you want to purchase one of these, I will send you the card kit, all the paper that you need to make your cards, as is. But at this point, it's getting a little late for me to mail it to you. I mean, you could do it after the fact, but if you can pick it up if you live in Edmonton, that would be awesome. So that is October 7th, or if you want to join me, let me know. Okay, and then we have, like I said last week, the clearance rack was restocked, and we have the specialty. There's some online exclusives. There's all sorts of stuff going on, especially if you get the starter kit. Then you get access to all the demonstrator stuff, and there's a pre-order on for some online exclusives right now that nobody else has access to. Oh, and the other part of this, I almost forgot. The other part of this special is that if you join this month, you get to attend our virtual on stage in November for free, which is like $165, I want to say. It's not cheap. So they're giving that as a free gift when you join. So keep that in mind too. There's lots and lots of fun stuff to be had. And the onstage isn't just for if you're doing it as a business. Even if you're a hobby demonstrator, you're just doing it for yourself, there's lots of fun presentations and crafting and all that stuff. So just to let you know. All right, this is the stamp set I chose to show you this coloring hack. You can do it with any stamp set. I actually just pulled out, I didn't have a chance to actually do it with this one, but this bird's eye view from the annual catalog would be another good one that you could do it with. And the reason I'm choosing these ones is they don't have dies that go with them, and they are ones that you want to color. Now, something before I start. If you're going to do this coloring hack, it's because you want to do multiple cards. If you're just going to do a single card, you're probably better off just coloring it with your markers. Now, the other reason for using this hack is if you don't have markers, maybe you don't have blends, maybe you don't have the right colors, this hack might be for you. Okay, that said, let's move on. I'm going to start with some, I'm gonna make sure I'm using the right pieces of paper here. This is basic, these are thick. Ooh, it's stuck here. So I have two thick pieces of thick basic white cardstock. And then I've got my little moose guy. And I'm gonna take my Memento. I'm just going to stamp him in the center on both of these. For some things, you might need 3 or 4 of these. You will see as I go. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a pair of snips and you're going to cut out the parts that you want colored. Actually, I need 3 for this, but I will just do 2, I guess. Anyways, let me grab another sheet. So I'm going to come in here and I'm actually going to cut. You're going to be like, no, I'm going to cut right through here. You could poke a hole and cut in there, but you'll see. It's just as easy to do it this way. Makes it a lot easier. If you know me at all, you know that I don't love fussy cutting, so the easier the better. I am not advanced enough in my rather scan and cut to know if I could just cut. I probably could cut just a piece of this. But I figured it was just as quick to cut this out Maybe if you were doing a bunch of different stuff or a really intricate one, you might have wanted to use a machine. But this is pretty simple. Okay, so here I've cut out my little guy's sweater. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm just going to take some regular Scotch tape, and I'm going to tape my cut back together. Okay, so that's one. Then my next one, I'm going to cut his antlers. Again, same thing. I probably should have cut it from the top. It would have been less of a cut. That's okay. Okay. Concentrating on cutting, and then I'm not talking. Okay, so we've got one antler, and then we want the other antler cut. So you can come in from the top, you can come in from the side, whatever you prefer. You know you're just gonna tape it back up when you're done. You're probably going, what is she doing? Just wait and see. This is like, I nearly fell off my chair when I saw this, because I've been seeing so many beautiful stencil and not necessarily stamps and stencils, but stencils and ways to do the color blending and stuff, and I'm always so jealous. It's like, why won't Stampin' Up! Get on that bandwagon? And they did with the sunflowers, and I love the sunflowers, but I like this because you can do it with more than just sunflowers. Okay, so we're taping this up like so. All right, in the perfect world, I would do a third one and cut my mousse out. You want to cut anything big. I don't want to cut the cake because it's just too intricate. I could cut this little piece because it's the same color as the antlers, but when it's something smaller that's quick to color, I'm just going to leave it. It's just the bigger things that you want to cut out. So then I've got my basic white. Now the reason I use the thick white there is because if you're doing like 10 or 20 of these cards, you're going to be putting a lot of ink over time. And so rather than have it kind of get all gunky and moist and just limp over time with too much ink, I just use the thicker cardstock so that it lasts longer. You could do it with some acetate too if you wanted to. Whatever. So I've got it stamped. I'm just going to put my template over top here, and then I'm going to take some washi tape. And I'm going to tape down to help it not move. And then I've got my little, let's see, my little brushes. And I've got my crumb cake. You can use the bigger brushes too, but if you've got some smaller things, you might want the smaller brushes. This one is a bit of a smaller stamp, so the small brushes. So now you can go over this, you can have it darker. If you want to do some shading, you could come in and take a dark, this is pecan pie here, and you could just kind of come in and give it some extra color if you want it. So as if, you know, instead of blends, if you don't, say you didn't have blends or you're just doing a whole lot of this and you wanted to get through it, you would do the antlers over and over and over and get that done. And then you could come in and you do your sweater. Isn't this brilliant? and it's got that ta-da moment when you pull it off. You guys all know I love my ta-da moments. And pull off that stencil. I think that's probably why I like stencils so much. Okay, so then I've got my Poppy Parade. And again, just gonna come in here and get his sweater all colored. And then if you want it, again, if you want to get fancy and make it look more blended, I've got some cherry cobbler. And I'm just going to kind of do his collar, maybe the bottom of the sweater, a little bit darker. So he's got more than one color. Okay, so you can see if I was doing a bunch of them, how quick and easy it would be. You could continue on and you can color, and then, so then if you've got like a, where did I put my colors? You know, if you wanted like some crumb cake maybe for it. So if you didn't have the blend, this is where you could cut out the cake and get your cake color as well. And then we've got maybe some our berries here. And then a bit of shaded spruce for the leaves. And voila. So you would do all the antlers over and over, all the sweaters over and over, and then you would have a whole line of moose done. Then I simply cut him out using our deckled circle dies, which are in our mini catalog. I absolutely love these. They are just so yummy, and there's so many of them. There's one missing in here because I'm using it next. Yeah, so Granny Apple Green, and here I have the moose colored all the way. Now I wanted to show you, I did this using the blends because I wanted to do the templates after the fact, but I mean, it's a little bit different because my moose isn't colored, but you can see how your antlers and your sweater look pretty darn good. What do you think? I think it looks pretty good. And then I just stamped the, which is from the same stamp set. And then the Fa La 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 paper is from, if you're looking for it, it is from the Merry Bold and Bright Designer Series paper. That's the one with all the light bulbs. It's the really fun, let me show you this. It's got lots of different colors on it and stuff. So that's, if you're looking for that, that's where it's from. And then I used the pecan pie ribbon, again from the annual catalog, just to go with that. So that is card number 1 of our coloring hack. Brilliant, right? Oh, love it. Okay, imagine the bird. You could, like the shading you can do, just because it's a bit of a larger area, like they're a bit bigger. Oh, I can't wait to try that. I'll post once I've done that. Okay, our next one is the giraffe. Where's my giraffe? This guy here. So I've already cut the templates because that would be really boring for you guys to watch. I think this might be, so I kind of changed my mind along the way, but I'm just going to do it as is. I had cut out the tree trunk here along with my giraffe. Really what I should have done is I should have cut out my star, left my tree trunk, because I ended up doing these guys in crumb cake. So I cut the tree trunk here, but I could do it twice in 2 different colors, and then I've got my star separate. So here I've got 3 templates. You could do it in as many templates, if like one thing at a time, if you're worried about going over whatever suits your fancy. So again, I'm going to stamp my giraffe first. Oh, there we go. Hi, Linda. Was it hard to find? That's why I'm not sure if it's because it doesn't even say that anyone's watching. It's very strange. So I'm hoping it's broadcasting like it usually is. I had to kind of go in the back way to get it to record in landscape versus portrait, unlike last week where it had to be portrait. So I don't know if it changed something or yeah, see, it seems to be frozen. I wonder if it's recording anymore. Oh, see, and on my phone it shows that people are watching. That is weird. I don't know what's going on here. Hopefully it is still, see, if I go in Facebook, it doesn't show that I'm live. Huh, that is very strange. Well, hopefully it's working. It looks like it's working on my phone. It just does not look like it's working on my iPad for some reason. So hopefully, if you guys have been commenting, I haven't been ignoring you. It's just been sitting there. All right, so we have our giraffe here. I'm going to pull out my giraffe part of the template. Once you've got some color on it, it makes it easier to see as well. And then here I just used Daffodil Delight. And then I'm just going to come in. So you can see if I didn't put my tree stem, it would make it a lot easier to come in with another yellow if I wanted to do some shading without worrying about hitting anything. But even if I got some yellow on there, it wouldn't be the end of the world. So if I wanted to add a bit more yellow, I could bring in maybe like crushed curry or some wheat, but I'm not going, well, let's try. Let's try and see. Just, I don't want to put too dark because I have to come in and do the dots. Still, after the fact, that would be nearly impossible to do that. So then I'll take my pecan pie and do my stem. Again, you can go as dark or as, and I got a bit of brown on my giraffe, but that's okay. So it just adds to the dimension, I feel, of the giraffe. Ooh, the sun is coming out again. There was some dark clouds that blew in. All right, I was worried that my pup would not like it so much, but she didn't notice. So then I've got some Granny Apple Green. I'm just going to do the tree. Oof, my stomach's growling. Okay, so we've got the tree, and then we need the red for the hat. So again, you could do a lot of this quickly just by using your markers. But again, if you're doing 20 of these, this makes your life super easy. Okay. And then we've got our last one that has Yes, I used scissors, so I taped it back up. If you go back and watch the replay, I did show how to cut out the moose so that you know how I did it. But yeah, it's simply just cutting with your scissors. Like, I don't know if you can see in the video. I'll pick it up just after I get this colored. You'll be able to see that it's cut. Maybe I should have used Lemon Lolly for the star. Would have been brighter. All right, and then some crumb cake for my pots and basket here. Okay. I don't know why my comments keep disappearing. All right. I really have to get this fixed. All right. Okay, so we've got, so I probably should cut this a little better. You can kind of see that I didn't quite cut on the line. It's better to cut almost outside the lines than it, or depends how you prefer. But if you, I don't know if you can catch that in the video here. You can see there's a cut, and I just used Scotch tape to tape it back together so you can see that it's actually cut there. And that way the ink doesn't go through and you've got your templates. Now you might say, but my baubles don't have color and it's all messed up and blah, blah, blah. So that's where you're gonna, you need a few markers to come in, and you might want to just kind of do his toque, and then if you want to add some color to these ornaments is the word I'm looking for. You can color over top of the green. So that's why you don't want to use like too dark colors if you know you're going to have to color on top. You can use blends or you can use markers. Just so you can see the difference here. And I'm just coloring over top. Of this. Okay. And then we've got some shaded spruce. Now, if I had the new markers, I'd probably be using the smaller tip because they've made it a lot better to use the small tip. But I have the older ones that have the super thin fine tip, which are more for writing than anything else. So, and then with the giraffes dots, you can either color it in with crumb cake or you can use the blends. This isn't the dark one. I need the darker one. Coming with his dots. But you can see it would take a long time if you had to color everything without doing the quick hack. So this makes it a come in and fix my box. There we go. Fix my, oh, you might want to give your ribbon. You could even like do a gold or something that'll make it stand out on top of it kind of thing. But there you go. There's your colored hacked. Oh, my iPad froze up again. What the heck? I don't know what's going on. Anyways, hopefully it looks like it's still recording in my phone. So I took the plaid, the sketched plaid background stamp from the annual catalog. I stamped it with shaded spruce, just onto shaded spruce cardstock. I cut out the giraffe with, again, the deckled circle dies, but I cut it off. I offset it, so then you have part of it instead of a whole circle, so you can change it up a bit. You could add another color behind it if you wanted to. I used, these aren't red rhinestones, these are from the Loose Holly Gems and Sequins. They are back in stock, I believe. I just checked the inventory and it looked like they were back. So there's red gems, and then there's the gold cutouts of music notes, and then the green leaves to use. So imagine you could whip, like, you know, 20 of these off quite quickly when you have a template. So this one went a little bit darker, a few more colors added. This was just the one Daffodil Delight that was used. So you could see if you went over the tree, you could get your tree textured. The more you add, the more dimension it's gonna have. So it's just totally up to you what your preference is. So I only have the 2 cards for you today. I had a dentist appointment this morning, and just, you know, life happens, and I didn't think that this color hack was totally out there, but like I said, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna take the birds and I'm gonna use the color hack for them. And so when I post these cards, I'll post one of the birds as well, so you can see what that looks like. But you can see you can use it for any stamp set that you need to color. And so if you're gonna do a mass production of cards, you can save yourself some coloring time. If you enjoy your blender brushes, it's a good way to use them. I love my blending brushes, so I really like this hack. Let me know. Oh, hi Marcy, I'm glad you made it. I'm just at the tail end. But watch it again. Coloring hack, so much fun. And I know you do lots of mass card making, so this is a good one for you, Marcy. Anyways, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week. Don't forget about the deal, the 35 or 35 card making, World Card Making Day is on the 7th. Stampin' Up! Is putting on an event for free. You can register for free, and hopefully you'll join me. All right, take care. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.